Hello, hello. This is Cindy Fisher, publisher of the Black Belt News Network, and I am live with our Black Belt Newscast. And it's actually just me today. It is not Todd's fault at all. We just had some scheduling issues. We normally go live on Friday, but I'm here with you on Saturday. And I'm here live from Demopolis in Marengo County. Sometimes we're just all over the place, and that's the best part about being in the black belt. So I'm going to be going over the headlines. I don't know if I'm as funny as Todd, so y'all are just gonna have to bear with me. Let's be funny together, but let's go over the news and all the top things going on in the black belt this week. Of course, school is starting next week. It's going to be big for most of us. We'll be sending our kids back to school next week. If you want to know all the news in the next week, visit blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. That is the best way to know what's going on. And in our 6-county area, and we really cover more than that in a lot of ways. Send your news to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. And I always say, sign up for our daily newsletter. This comes to your email box at 3:00 every day. And it is a roundup of all the headlines that we've posted throughout the day, which we do post a lot. There's a lot going on. So this is the best way. Get the newsletter every day. It costs you nothing and it keeps you up to date. So that is what I would recommend out of everything. So let's get started with the top story of this week. Well, actually, there's a lot of top stories, but one of the big stories that happened this week is that there was the land set for the healthcare high school in Demopolis was deeded to the city. And this makes sure that city of Demopolis will have this land in place so that they can build on it. So this is the New Era building. That's been a lot of things where I hear that Victoria's Secret used to make things there. So they made hats there as well. This land being deeded means that it will now be knocked down. So they will knock that down and then build the new school on top of it. And this is a $60 million plan. It took a lot to get through the state to get approved, and the governor, Kay Ivey, came and signed it into effect on, just about a month ago at the Civic Center and during a ceremony, and we've covered that extensively as well. So that's the New Era building. It's actually located right behind Whitfield Hospital, which is a great location. The kids will live and to do classes there in that what's going to be built at that former New Era building, and then they will do classes in coordination with Whitfield Hospital. So it's really cool. This is one of the ceremonies with Whitfield, which is a member of the UAB health system. And it's going to be really exciting. We'll keep you posted on what happens there. There's actually some other news out of Demopolis and school related, which is we've got a couple of school leadership changes across the Black Belt. And these get announced as school comes back into session a lot of times. So the Demopolis superintendent, Tony Willis, put in his notice he's going to Calhoun County to run their schools. And the school board put in an interim, and they also named some new principals. So the interim is Bobby Hathcock, and that will be in place until they get a new superintendent. That buys them some time to do interviews and get the right candidate. But they also put in a new principal at Westside, U.S. Jones, and the middle school. So check out blackbeltnewsnetwork.com for the full story of the list of folks that got announced at this special called school board meeting. And then there was also an announcement out of Selma. So the Selma superintendent put in his retirement notice last week. It was a little bit of a surprise, maybe not to those inside the school board and the school system. He has put in his 25 years and decided he was going to take retirement. So he's going to stay until September 31st, or September 30th. I don't think there is a 31st in September. It's September 30th, so that they can have a good transition, is what he had said. That he's only been here 2 years. He started August in 22. So Selma will be looking for a new superintendent as well as Demopolis. I did see an announcement of a new principal in the Dallas County school system, but we'll work on a roundup of the other districts. But those are the ones that we have. I actually have a Selma post that I did earlier on changes to the principals earlier this summer. So check that out. Visit blackbeltnewsnetwork.com is where you'll get a lot of that information. Of course, send your news to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. We can't be everywhere. Schools are actually a thing that we love covering. If you've got some great stories about some teachers doing amazing things, or cafeteria workers that have been there for 40 years, send that kind of story to us. Those do so great. We also have sports coming up, guys. August, September, and I'm one of the best photographers on staff, but I can't be everywhere. So if you're at a football game and you really want to help us keep up with all of the high school coverage, please email me at news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com, and we will get you in the rotation and get us as much coverage as possible. You can turn your phone this way and hit record and get us some video for some highlight reels. And also sign up for our daily newsletter. That is the best way to get a hold of us or to know what's going on in your community. We have a couple of other things. Let's go back to Demopolis. So Demopolis made an announcement. Let me change that. They're getting new speakers in the town square. And that's a really exciting. It is Main Street Demopolis, and that program got a grant that will help them get new speakers so that when they have events like Rooster Day, I believe this is from Rooster Day, which I was there too. Todd was there as well. A lot of fun. And look at all the people they get. It's such a great opportunity to have the speakers so that you can hear all the acts. And apparently they've been trying to get these speakers for many years. So they got a grant in place that will help them do that. Let me stay in Demopolis for a minute. Hang on. It's a little different not having Todd here, isn't it? The Marengo County Historical Society also made an announcement that they got a grant for the water tower. So that's something. Go to blackbeltnewsnetwork.com and see the story of the plans. They got a grant so that they can make plans for what they want to do at the water tower. That is it is not here at the town square. It is located over at the landing. And so that's an exciting. I have seen several water towers, Pine Hill. Actually, Camden's is beautiful. If you've ever seen the mural that's on the side of theirs. So a lot of folks have looked at what they can do with their water towers. And so that's another option. And grants in the area is one way that we keep up and we're able to do a lot of the work that we want to do on things that just kind of sit but have some opportunity for other things. So businesses have been opening in Selma lately. We've actually we had a ribbon cutting last week for Selma Roots. And we've done a few stories on this. And what the neat thing about Selma Roots is that the proceeds go to a ministry. And it's a food bank, Sunlight food bank that is done by Gospel Tabernacle. And this was the grand opening of Selma Roots. It's in where the Sears home store used to be. So it's another great example of reuse of something that that was closed for a little while. Not a long time, thank goodness. But this is the owner or the operator of this used to operate the Treasures on the other side of the bridge. So there's Cheryl Smedley. This was part of the chamber that did the ribbon cutting. So it was the Selma Dallas County Chamber of Commerce. And it's a good opportunity to kind of give some credit. There's John Grayson, who's the minister and the pastor at Gospel Tabernacle, getting to say some words. They're so moving it from over the bridge, over the river, gives them an opportunity to have maybe some more eyes on it, and also it is a larger location so that they can make more money and put it toward the ministry. So that's really exciting. Congrats, guys. I definitely want to mention, if you've got know about a business that would be fun for us to highlight, send it to us. Send it to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. It's the best way to communicate with us. We would love to include the new businesses going on in our market. Sign up for our daily newsletter. This is the best way to know what's going on. And I mean, we are writing all day and all night. I worked until, I don't even want to tell you what time, last night on a Friday night. I know it's terrible, but I love keeping you guys informed. It's the best part of my day, at least. I wanted to mention one more thing. So I had a real fun experience because Selma's been having these live concerts that are part of the Levitt Amp series, where they got grants, and they've been doing it for several years, last summer and this summer. And this one, they extended it. So it's still going through October instead of just the summer. I got to interview a friend. My friend, Kim, I'm going to add this to the stage here where you can see me and Kim. This is my friend Kim Scott, who we played flute together in high school and college, because I'm actually a professional flutist myself. I do not jazz flute, and I'm not nearly as good as Kim. Oh my goodness. But I did play alongside Kim. We played weddings, and I want you to hear this
sound, and it can be that.
Oh, I hope you can hear it.
My music is really high energy. It's really upbeat, and
well, it's a lot of fun to see. She played jazz flute at the Riverfront Amphitheater, and they had it where it was.
And I just want everybody, all of the,
this one has sound, where they had all white. Now, this one was a recording from another performance, but everyone wore white, and it was a very fun affair, and she did amazing. There's a front page photo in the print edition of the Selma Sun. But this is me interviewing Kim. We went live last week on all of our stations where you're seeing us now: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. She's so talented. I'm so proud of her for moving into that. You'll have to hear this. Go to our YouTube channel and at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com under multimedia, and you'll get to see this full interview. I think it's about 5 minutes long, and it's just a way to see all the get a little more details about how she got into flute and how she loved playing in the bathroom because it has great acoustics. I understand that completely. And she's from Birmingham originally, so had never been to Selma. So anyway, that was a really fun opportunity, and they are going to continue for me to talk to an old friend. It was really great to catch up. Our sons are the same age. Anyway. All right, let's do a black belt roundup. All right, there's always stuff going on. So we'll have a story for you out of Demopolis about the storm shelter that's being replaced. This is at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. They are moving forward on a new plan of where to put the storm shelter. So check that out. We have several stories out of the school districts coming up. And my handwriting is really bad, y'all. I was really excited to do a story last night about Bob Taylor, who has been a leader at a lot of schools in the Black Belt over the last couple of years, at Lowndes Academy, Meadowview Christian, Morgan Academy, who is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame for AISA, which is a really big deal. So check out blackbeltnewsnetwork.com for a story about that. I posted that one last night. That was the one I was up doing because I saw it and I didn't want to miss it. Anyway, go back and also find out more about Katie Britt approving some legislation that's going to help us preserve some historic buildings. This was a great story. UAB, it's Live Health Smart, Alabama, has partnered with several folks to do 40 new roofs in East Selma. And East Selma got hit so hard by the tornado of January 2023. So check out that story at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. There's another story about the Southern Black Girls and Women's Consortium. I've done a story with them. They're out of the Atlanta area. They are amazing, the things that they do. They brought a pink bus, a giant bus, to Selma High School maybe 2 years ago, and I got to do an interview with them in the RV bus. It was actually pretty sweet. Coming up on August 14th, there's going to be a media day for Black Belt Sports. And this is hosted by the Teen Tech Center, Best Buy Teen Tech Center Media Day. So this is football and volleyballs that handles all the girls sports, boys sports for the fall. It's going to be at Wallace Community College, Selma, in the Earl Goodwin Theater. I go every year. I love going because I get great interviews with players. In fact, last year I got a great interview with Derek Smith out of Southside High School. We have a big story on blackbeltnewsnetwork.com about him switching from Alabama commitment to Auburn. And we got a lot of comments on our social media, War Eagle. So we do say congratulations to Derek for that switch, although as a Bama fan, I'm disappointed. I have seen him play. He's a 4-star recruit, very impressive. He is a twin, which I am too, and his twin also plays sports and plays very well, but I guess it's a little tough because I would think that maybe there's a little overshadowing with Derek, but those two, Derek has a wonderful smile. I really want you guys to go see that story, to see the smile, and go to our YouTube channel. You can see the interview with him from last year. So we love seeing our kids coming out of our schools, and that's a Dallas County school, Southside, and doing great things and moving on to big things, being heavily recruited. We love that stuff. Hey, maybe I can get another interview for Derek. So let's see how we do on that. All right. That's our roundup. That's a lot. Hey, 17 minutes talking to you guys by myself without Todd. I missed him this week. I did, but we handled it. We did it, Todd. We did it without you. All right. I want to say, and I always make sure to give a big thanks to our sponsor, Randall Miller Funeral Service. They are really great about meeting with you ahead of time to pre-plan. It's really smart to do that. If you visit their randallmillerfuneralservice.com and call 334-874-9081 and talk to them about doing your future planning. It's always a good thing to do for your family. And if you want to be a sponsor, I always say that too. Email us at news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. Get your message in front of all these folks that are watching. And follow us. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're everywhere. That is another great way to know what's going on besides getting our email. And we recently became a nonprofit. You can donate to support rural journalism, the blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. If I've never said this before, my plan with this network that I started in March 2023 was to make sure that we can online reach these multiple counties in the midsection of Alabama that don't have a lot of rural or online journalism. You know, there's some print papers and legacy papers that have been around forever, but a lot of them don't have any online presence and social media presence. And I know that's where you find us. It's on your phones. So the network is here, Black Belt News Network, so that we can cover all of this coverage for you guys. We need more people. We need donations. There is an opportunity to do $7 a month, just like you do Netflix, in order to help us. And we also keep our content free. This is big for me. I'm not going to put up a paywall for our content. We're in the Black Belt. I'm not here to make money off of you. I want you to know what's going on and what I know is going on and let you know what it is. So as we post it, it is always available. I see comments on social. This is fun, where they say, don't read it from that place that has a paywall. Read it at the Black Belt News Network or selmasun.com, because you're not going to get paywalled with me. Now, I will ask you to sign up for the daily newsletter, which is free. I'm not going to ask you for money on that either. I'm also going to mention, hey, donate. And donate is because it's what you want to do, not because it's what you have to do. So any bit helps. And we are hoping to get grants and other ways to keep us alive and sustained here in the Black Belt. I have so many dreams that I've been looking at of things that we're going to do here in the Black Belt. And if you give me another 2 hours, I'll just stay live and talk about it. But I don't think you want to hear that for 2 hours. You want to go back to your Saturday. Just like me, I might actually head to the pool next because it's hot if you haven't noticed. All right. I have enjoyed actually being with you guys alone this week. But that doesn't mean anything. Todd's coming back. And we will see you guys next Friday and have all of our headlines ready for you in our video. And in the meantime, go to blackbeltnewsnetwork.com, and that's how you'll know what's going on and keep in the know. And we will see you next Friday. Bye.